welcome to St. Xavier's High School, Fort. We extend a warm welcome to our chief guest for this evening. We now request our manager and principal to escort our chief guest onto the stage.
Major General Ian Cardozo was born in Mumbai and studied at St. Xavier's School and College. He joined the services wing at Clement Town, Dehradun in July 1954, which transferred to Khadakwasla, Pune in January 1955 and became the National Defence Academy. Here he was the first cadet to win both the gold medal for being the best all-round cadet and the silver medal for being first in the order of merit.
Reverend Fathers, Principal, teachers and staff, alumni, parents, children. It is wonderful to be with you today to commemorate the 150th anniversary of this great school and to join together to dream a million dreams for the future of this wonderful institution. I am particularly proud of the fact that my father, my grandfather, my brother, and cousins studied at this great institution, and that some of us have been given the privilege to share this day with you. I studied at this school more than 66 years ago, from 1943 to 1953, 10 years that contributed to the formation of my attitude, my behavior in my formative years, and helped me to live life in the best possible manner. The greatness of our school is that not only did it believe in academic excellence, but also that character formation was equally important to make us good citizens so that we could contribute to the growth of our great nation. Character development happened in a very seamless way. We learned that it was important not to lie, steal, or cheat, to distinguish right from wrong, and to do whatever is right, irrespective of the consequences. We must never forget that great visionary, Saint Ignatius Loyola, who founded the Society of Jesus and the Jesuit order. Saint Francis Xavier, that great missionary after whom this school has been named. And the Spanish fathers who we saw in our time, who left comfortable homes in Spain to sacrifice their lives to bring this school to its great standard of excellence of education, which we personally witnessed and experienced. They were followed by our Indian Jesuits, who were equal to the challenge and achieved equally spectacular results. Many names resonate in our minds, but they won't mean anything to you because they were part of this school more than half a century ago. St. Xavier's School has churned out great professionals in every sphere of endeavor. Lawyers and judges, professors and teachers, surgeons and doctors, engineers and architects, authors and journalists, industrialists and philanthropists, priests and religious, national and international sportsmen, including great cricketers, athletes, hockey and football players, police officers, and bureaucrats, Army, Navy, and Air Force officers who achieved high rank, including that of an Army chief. This school taught us that nothing was impossible. It taught us to dream big, but that if we had our head in the clouds, we needed to have our feet firmly planted on the ground. It taught us that life was an adventure or it was nothing. It taught us it is not the years in our life that matters, but the life we put into those years. That we had only one life to live and that we needed to make every moment count. Parents and teachers need to understand and also believe that there is a spark of genius in every child. That if a child is not good at maths or any particular subject, he may have unlimited potential elsewhere, and that it is up to them, the teachers and the parents, to discover that talent and to nurture it and to bring it to a successful conclusion. Personally, I benefited much from what I learnt in our school that helped me in my life in the Indian Army. I have participated in 3 wars, led what today is euphemistically called surgical strikes, led raids across the border, led attacks by day and by night, organized ambushes and was ambushed myself, been wounded on 3 occasions, seen close friends killed and wounded, seen the triumph, the tragedy and the horror of war. This has not been easy, but it is the attitude and the behavior that I learnt in this school that taught me how to live and behave in peace and prepared me to know how to fight and die in war. Our school has walked us through 150 years of excellence in all spheres of activity, and it stands today on the threshold of many more years. It has 1,000,000 dreams to fulfill, and the young boys who are here today, and I congratulate them for the wonderful welcome they gave us when we came in. And these are the boys who are going to one day carry the torch of excellence to light the way into the future. May God continue to bless this school, the Jesuit fathers who continue to foster its excellence, the teachers for their selfless devotion, and the students who will leave one day a brilliant trail of competence in every field of endeavor. May God bless all of you. Jai Jesu, Jai Hind.
Mr. Geronimo Almeida of the batch of 1986. He is fondly known as Jerry or Karma Guru and Mojosh Inspirator by his friends and those closely associated with him. Mr. Jerry Almeida calls himself a non-fiction experimental writer, and he likes keeping an open mind to everyday experiences which he can transform into profound thoughts and cutting-edge insights. He has done a book called Man Ki Baat with our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and now the Mojosh Inspirator self-help series, which includes Weekends with Zoe, a book that a friend in Bollywood wants to make into a movie, and Jan Ki Baat, which is a sequel to Man Ki Baat, where he crowdsources public views to help the government improve on governance by listening to citizens and their voice.
So namaste everybody. Let's do this well. I would request all of you to please stand up and do this well, because I take this very seriously. I start any session anywhere in the world with namaste. A lot of people think it's an Indian word. I promise you it's not. because there was no concept called India at the time when Namaste was created. A lot of people also think it's a Hindu word, but word does not belong to any religion. It's religion. The people of that time believed that humanity is the only religion and that the God resides in the human being and the nature that we live in. So let's do this well. Namaste. Right? Please sit down. So a lot of people, this is a welcome greeting, and I promise welcome greeting. It's actually all life and leadership lessons in one word. But before I tell you more about that, elated and excited, and at the same time a little edgy, because very anxious as I have to speak at the school where I studied, and happy to be here. And thank you, Dr. Sharmila Sani, the principal, Ms. Sharmila Sani, all my beloved teachers, N. Wallo, Fleur Almeida, John, Manuel Rafa, who have taught me in my early years, and I'm probably here because of them today. And of course my mom, Betty Almeida Martins, who actually saw this dream of teaching me in Xavier's today. So I'm going to keep this short. It's a singular honor for me to be with amongst all of you, and pardon me if I get a little nervous as I speak, but I'm also a little emotional today, coming back to school. And I want to start by thanking all my teachers who have a huge role in shaping me for who I am today. I remember I never got admission in the school because the first test I failed. I did not spell knife with the word K. So I got another test. And Father Lancy, who was the principal at that time, I met him thrice only in his room. And he called me for the second test, and he told my mom, if he does not pass the test this time, he won't make the cut. And the second time again, I spelled knife without the word K. And then he said, no more chances. He's not getting admission to the school. And my mom insisted, convinced him, persuaded him, and he said, okay, I'll call you as and when I feel that it's right to call you. And we were in Goa holidaying, and he just sent us a cable and said, you need to come to school on so-and-so day. So my mother booked all her tickets and everything and pulled me to Bombay, took a cab right from here in Dobitala, where we used to stay, to the school. And throughout the cab journey, she kept educating me that you have to spell knife with the word K. And I finally spelled the word K, right? And I spelled knife rightly, and that's how I got admission to this esteemed institution. So thank you very much. I would just like to recognize my mother. My mom is here. She is the person that I'm standing here before you today. And thank you so much. Lovely meeting with you, Mom. So that's my mom, Betty. And thank you to all my friends. There's Viral, there's Apurva, there's Rex, Darab, Richard, who are here. Of course, Mr. Manuel Rafael, who I'm meeting after many years. I was remembering fondly that he used to call most of us Kamandokla. And we used to, behind his back, call him James Bond. Because he actually looked like, who was that? James Bond? Sean Connery, yes. So now we can tell it to him straight. James Bond. Thank you so much.
I wonder whether some of you noticed a little drama a little earlier when I fell. I think there is a lesson for all of us that we need to learn to be humble, because any of us can fall at any time. And there will be ups and downs in our lives and in the lives of our children. And we must stand by them when they fall and help them to rise again. In the academy, National Defense Academy, we had to learn horse riding. And very often, we were thrown by our horses. We were not allowed to come back till you caught your horse again and rode him back to the stables. So I just wanted to say that there is a lesson for all of us in everything that happens every day.
Thank you, Major Ian, for that lovely message.
Our chief guest and alumnus, Mr. Jerry Almeida, thank you for gracing this occasion and sharing your thoughts and experiences. You truly are a role model for our budding Xavierites.
During the Bangladesh war, the day after the war was over,
Major General Ian Cardozo, while they had the mopping operations, accidentally stepped onto a live mine and his leg was totally wounded. It had to be cut off, it had to be amputated. But there was no medical help around, nothing. So he told his Gurkha, the junior, to go and get a kukri. Kukri is a small knife. And he cut his leg himself, and that leg was buried in Bangladesh. After that, he did not give up. He sprang back onto his feet with an artificial leg, passed all kinds of tests needed for rejoining the army, and was taken back with honor. Major General Ian Cardozo, we salute you.